Hi guys, it's Workson. Hello, welcome to my channel if you're new here. Welcome back if you've been here before. So guys, today we're going to make a video that I have been meaning to make for how many years. I do want to add a trigger warning to this video, but remember guys, my videos are meant for people that are 18 and up. My videos are meant for adults. So, I want to add a disclaimer. There is some stuff in this video we're going to talk about how my childhood crush's brother passed. This is a video, I may have loosely touched on this video beforehand, but it has been so long I figured I would redo. I never actually did a sit-down video completely about this topic because I want it to be kind, but I'm not in contact with that family anymore, and I will be changing all names and everything involved, and I'll be changing some significant details as well. So I'm not going to sit down and tell you guys the whole story because there's grieving families out there that I'm not going to grieving families there, so I'm not going to talk too much. Just want to give you guys my perspective of everything as an adult. This is my perspective in my 30s versus. First off, guys, I was not aware of this situation until I was 19. I wasn't told for 3 years. I don't believe my parents knew. That's a good question now I have is. By the way, guys, okay, let's get back into it. When I was in my young years, I made friends with this boy in, like, kindergarten. I'm not even going to say his name because he's irrelevant to the story. I think about cover name I could use. He's not even relevant in the story. I met him when I was, like, 5 in kindergarten. I think much of him. I went to 1st and 2nd grade with him. Went to different schools. Didn't think much of him at that point. And then when I was 12. I don't like surprises. Everyone knows that you cannot surprise Borkson. I don't care if it's a good surprise, a bad surprise. I will freak out. I just don't like surprises. My friend also has autism, I believe as well. They're both autistic. I think he does. Anyway, so he has this friend, a cousin. Okay, like I said, my cousins all know about the story because I'm finally starting to open up about it because as an adult, I'm a paying adult as I tell the story, guys. I'm starting to get it out, so I did tell my family about this. So my friend, who will remain nameless, has a cousin, and this is where the crap hits the fan. We're going to call him Cam in this video. Anyway, guys, so Cam is the same age as us. You guys watch my videos, like OG, like back when I first started my channel. I did bring up Cam in the past, or Cameron, but I call him Cam usually. Or I'd call him either or, because I actually just found recently his real name is actually Cameron. I didn't know it at all. I figured it, but I wasn't sure, but I'm pretty sure it is now. Anyway, guys, so I met Cameron. I was young. Let me excuse that. I met him through his cousin. Guys, remember, I'm just telling the story. I met him through his cousin when I heard of him, and even, I believe, met him when we were really little, like 7, 8, or 9. My mom could have been mistaken, but she said she remembers Cameron. She remembered, both my parents are gone. Remembered Cameron coming around when I was really little and me saying, he's cute. And Derek, my brother, freaking out, going, what is up with him? And like, oh, she's got a little crush, whatever. We thought nothing of it. And then when I was 12, it was time to go to CCD confirmation class. We are going to put both grades together because the person that did the confirming wasn't going to be there the next year, and the kids that grade below us would have to come the next year. Anyway, you guys have heard so much about Cameron in the past. We're just going to get down and dirty with the whole story. Anyway, guys, so when we were 16, by the way, I haven't seen Cameron at this point in like 3 years. I had my own relationship. I was happy with my own boyfriend at the time. My boyfriend at the time did know about Cameron because he knows of Cameron. He doesn't know Cameron. I don't even know Cameron. I only knew of him lightly. Like, I knew of him, and I went to CCD with Cameron. So, we're going to get down to it. Okay. I went to CCD with this dude. My mom always said he was weird. His whole family was weird. Yeah, I think everyone in the family is weird, honestly, but Cam. But, anyway. He had a little brother that we're going to call Vinny for the sake of this story. Alright, guys, so Vinny was a couple years younger than me and Cam. I'm not gonna say exactly how young for the privacy of this family. Remember, guys, Vinny has a grieving family, so we're not going to We're not going to say exactly how much younger than me and Cam he was, but he was a little bit younger than us. About I wouldn't. He was under 5 years younger than us, and he was. They were home alone together one day, and the grandfather's friend was found. That's the term I use for his. If you guys know me, you guys know where I'm going with this. His friend was found. He had several of they lived with the grandma, several of her husband's friends, and by friends, I mean something that you can. I don't know if I'm allowed to use the word on YouTube. What I talk about, my dad's friends. You guys know where I'm going with that. His beau, yeah, and other other things of that nature. It was kept. It was in, I guess for safety reasons, it was loaded. That right there should tell you what friend I'm talking about. In the, I believe it was similar to the one to my friend I have, like similar to it, in where Vinny could reach it, and Vinny went to go play with it. Now, we're not throwing shade on nobody's family right now. But guys, you keep your friends locked. And I had locks things of mine, but I lived in a different house than my dad's friends growing up. They were in my grandmother's house, which you guys know is my house. They were in my house, and we lived in my grandfather's old house that my parents had bought. So I was nowhere ever near danger to this. Only one time I could have been in danger is when the friend was left in my cabinet. And now that I think back on it, I think my mom may have known this situation with Vinny happened because she flipped out. It was left in my nightstand, and I got my hands on it, and it was loaded. My mother flipped out. She called a big family meeting, and she was like, "Why was that left in Borkson's nightstand?" She called my father over and was like, "Rupert, we could have had a bad incident. Why was this left in Borkson's nightstand?" My dad was like, "Shelly, what are you talking about?" She said, "Your friend was left, and it was left in her nightstand in her bedroom." My dad's like, she knows what she's doing. Like, I know how to handle a friend. You hold it down when you're checking it and all, guys. Anyway, guys, the sad story of it is, it went off on Vinny. I'm not going to say where, but it was fatal. And Cameron walked in and found him like that in the bedroom. I kid you guys not. Guys, like I said, I was not told to. I don't know if it went just when he was playing with it and the friend went off, or, and this is the heartbreaking story I found online. I'm not going to say his name. Like I say, Cameron and him were playing with it, and it went off, and Cameron was charged. I don't know if Cam was charged. I don't know. I don't know Cameron personally. My cousin was actually friends with Cameron, has no memory of Cameron. I'm like, dude, I met Cameron for one school year, I'll never forget the guy. There's a lot of starts of teen ends in A to do with Cameron for me. But yeah, it went off. I was told that Cameron was interviewed. And there's two stories I found online. I'm not going to give out his real name, so you cannot find it. I'm going to want to get sued by Cam or his family. So anyway, it went off. So according to online, we don't know if Cameron and him were playing and it went off. Like, similar to the story we hear about Jafar Jackson and the taser. Similar story sounding, but we don't know. Similar story of Jafar chasing Blanket, BG with the taser. Same story scenario, so we don't know. Actually, for the record, I don't believe the story. My whole family said it didn't happen that way. So I'm not trying to drag Jafar into it. Jafar Jackson, I'm Jafar Jackson's biggest fan. I'm not bringing Jafar into this, but I'm trying to explain the situation where I won't get demonetized if I ever get videos. Anyway, guys, so this is all the big imprint on me because the thing that he had, I love. It's like it's a family thing. It passes down throughout the family. We all love this devices. We all know how to use it. I actually know how to use it. I remember Derek took me to the range one day and said, "Look at it right over there. pretend it's the boy's name that's picking on me in school. And it was like, and do it. And boom, 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 I got my target, and I was upset. And it was like, hey, get the side of the tree. And he was like, you're a tree hugger, don't get the tree. Anyway, guys, yeah, so we don't know if Cameron was charged. I heard a rumor he was charged with a word I can't use on YouTube, and another word I can't use on YouTube, and another word I can't use on YouTube. And then I heard a rumor that he was not charged. We were underage when this all occurred. We were about 17 when this occurred. So that explains why when I called Cam up for a prom date, he couldn't go with me. It's totally understandable. But guys, this left a lifelong impression on my heart and on my soul. Whenever there's a friend, there's any kind of weapon, because I like to blink my eyes. I have like a tick I blink my eyes. Where there's a friend around, I worry. My friend is still dead, but yeah, it is what it is, guys. I will forever be scarred by this, because this isn't the first time this has happened. This was the first time. There was a second time. So guys, I'm going to do a story time similar to this one, but it's not. About Spencer and his brother. This happened twice for me. Well, once, the difference is, there is some differences between Cameron and Spencer. I'm going to do this video on Cameron, I'm going to do one on Spencer, and then I'm going to do one comparing the two cases. Which, there's a lot comparing, and there's a lot of differences. But I'm going to get the stuff out of my heart and out of my soul, so that it's not weighing me down anymore, and it's out to YouTube. That's why I say everybody's names have been changed illegally. I didn't even say what exactly happened, and I won't, because there's a grieving Vinny's family is still grieving. And if Cameron ever gets off of Fortnite that wants to talk to me, he can. But, guys, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm feeling a lot of anger around my father, and I pinned it towards Cameron. I have a lot of transference, and it went to Cameron. That's why I feel the way I feel. I've been angry at Cameron, and it has nothing to do with Cameron. My issue has nothing to do with Cameron. I just... Guys, remember to please be kind to the person that I've had a crush on since I was at least 12. And it's like, oh, not straight through. It like comes and goes, waves. Like, oh, and what stinks is Cameron doesn't even remember me. Cameron remembers me, but he remembers me as the girl his cousin liked, and I'm like, like, you silly dude. Like, I'm pretty sure that Cameron's mom and aunt know I like Cam. I'm pretty sure they know I like Cameron. They're just like playing like, oh. You know, she's friends with the cousin, too. I was friends with the cousin. I knew of Cameron from CCD, but I liked his cousin and him. It's a really long story. Okay, so remember to comment, like, share, subscribe. Go and hit that bell for post notifications. And please, if I get any weird comments, I'm going to delete block. I may even just turn off comments on this video. Because this is something that happened in my youth and something that still affects me, and I'm gonna be honest, if Cameron, you're ever watching this video, hun, I'm sorry, I thought you did it. I thought until recently, a few months, I thought Cameron had done it. So I found it wasn't. I literally just hugged a couple stuffed animals and felt the weight, like Cameron didn't do it. Because some people have bullied me about my childhood crush, brother, him unaliving his brother. I've been bullied and teased about it. And it's not fun. If you want to comment, like, share, subscribe, go and hit that bell for post notifications, and keep your comments positive. Because if they're not nice, or like, you didn't do this, or I'm so happy Cam didn't do it, anything nasty towards Cameron, remember Cameron is my hot button issue, as I've had feelings for him on off since I was 12. I will be blocking and reporting. Bye-bye.